Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Rock is a Lady's Modesty, episode number 4 reaction. So the previous episode we have both Lilisa and wait, what was her name? Otoha. Yeah, both of them uh, do another session, and in the end Lilisa was so much into it that by the end of it both of them kind of bonded, and they decided to make a band. And in this band, obviously, Lilisa made a few rules. First and foremost, they'll act as if they don't know each other in school, stuff like that. She'll still not be giving up her Ojo-sama methods because she wants to be the noble maiden alongside making a band and playing guitar and stuff as well. And they're going to be focusing on going to Fuji Rock. I think that was the name. What it was? The yeah, I think it was Fuji Rock. They're going to go there and participate at the end. Like that is like the end goal for them. So those are like the rules, and obviously it'll be an instrument only band, no vocals, and stuff like that. And yeah, there you go. We have formed our band, and by the end of it, you can see Otoha just kind of like doesn't really care about not talking to her in school. She literally talked to her in front of everyone, and like people were fangirling and everything. Also, Lilisa realized that because of the way they cuss in the practice, she is kind of get the adrenaline rush is kind of getting to her, and she's like acting weird in school, so she decides to make another rule where they're not supposed to be cussing, but that goes out the window. That doesn't happen in the heat of the moment. They just revert back to their own ways. But yeah, at least we have formed a band, and now I'm guessing we'll little by little get to recruit more people. All the characters that we see in the opening. All right, let's see what happens today. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is a preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, violin lessons again. Yeah, she's she's playing that well. Right. Hmm. Oh, when she came to this house. Hmm. Damn. Right. She's focusing on the. Damn. Hmm. Will she be able to do it or? Okay, it starts well. Yeah, I was gonna say it started well the previous time as well. Damn. Yeah. Ignore it. You know. Just right. Okay, from the opening, it seems like her sister probably will like her rockstar person, like a version of herself. Because she's gonna be, because when she's a rock star, she's true to herself. Like, because in the opening you can literally see she's like chasing her, like when she's in her rock star, like persona, not persona, but her her true self. Oh boy. Well, she'll be busy playing the guitar, so I don't think she'll be practicing. Yeah, she's like, right. Hmm. Oh, the lily, the flower. And she's putting in lily. Yeah. Damn. Oh, his mother. Hmm. Yeah, but right. Definitely not. Yeah, what the hell? What happened? Hello? Oh my god, she's. Oh, she has her own troubles. I just realized. Yeah, alright. Okay, I see. This makes more sense. Ugh. I need to see her dad because, like seeing everything, I feel like her dad will be the opposite. I might be completely wrong. I'm talking about the stepdad. Hmm. Oh, right. Eh, don't fall. I want to take the scenic view. Exactly, like I said. I hope they don't start following her. Please don't start following her. What? Perhaps? Hmm. Oh no. They didn't follow her. Hmm. What is she doing? Oh, to the. What? No. Dear Seeker, what does that mean? Oh. Oh my god. Yeah. Yep. We'll have to wait for that. Yeah. But if they're not normal, okay. Language. Hmm. What? Oh my god. So, right. Right. No. Oh, they all ask her about that. That sucks, man. Like, just yeah. Oh, cat. So this is the cat in the opening. Um. Oh boy. Oh. Oh wow. Damn. She and her mother. Wow. Hmm. So that's how. I was wondering, what was it divorce or did she pass away? Is she going to lead her to the? Oh my god. Yep. She is going to lead her to the band practice. The place. What? Hmm. Red familiar. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Wait. Maybe we can go there and get the bassist from us. She can go there. She's the drummer. And I think she'll meet the bassist over there, who will later on recruit to our band. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. No, yeah, I should. Oh wait, she can play bass as well. I guess. Ah. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, scratch that. I thought they're going to meet the bassist over there and later on invite them. Okay. Hmm. Okay. The sister's going to see that. Oh my god. Oh, there she is. Okay, even if it is soundproof, I feel like some noise is going to come out and she's going to hear it. Oh no, never mind. She's okay. She's just going to go there. Okay. Right. She's like, wait a minute. Is that who I think it is? Is that my elder sibling? Right. Oh boy. Wait, she doesn't even know what a guitar is? What? Oh, maybe she didn't see it properly. I got you. Yeah? How? What? Oh, wait, do they have like cameras or something? And they changed the drum for piano. Damn, they heard her. I. Yeah, I'm sure she knows her because Ota is pretty popular. Yeah, she knows her. Crazy. Hmm. Well, you'd be surprised. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no, this is not going well. Ugh. Yeah, she's gonna snap. I feel like. Right. Uh. Right. Well. Okay, I was wrong. I thought she was going to overhear her. Hmm. How did they change? She did see it, but yeah, I was wondering. Is this the camera or something? Oh my. Okay. Right. Oh, okay. Right. He's a base attack. Oh boy. Yeah. So she has no clue what a drum or a guitar is? Who the hell is this starry-eyed person? Himejima Hiyori. Oh my, it's something about her sister, right? Okay, never mind. Maybe not. Because everyone just asks her about Lisa and she gets pissed off at that. Midori Festival. Oh wait. It's her eyes. I just realized something. I think her sister will be here. Red Familia. It looks like the name. Yeah. Lily. Otto. Right. Okay. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. Oh, they're going to go all out, I feel. Oh no. This is going to be crazy. I'm 100. I'm quite sure Alice will be here because that girl Himejima, she was like, "Oh, can I ask you a favor?" It definitely has something to do with coming here. I feel like, and that is how I don't know. Alice will probably figure out that her sister plays the guitar. I don't know, something like that maybe. Hmm. Hmm. Ah, I knew it. Like I said, and they cannot fake it here because there you go. Because she has to play the guitar. Okay, that is it. Like they cannot fake it like before, like like, oh, I'm playing violin. No, I guess she did. She did say that she brought the. Wait a minute, just a minute. Let me just check. She did say that she brought the violin, right? Wait, the red bag. Just a minute. Okay. Oh no, she. Okay, never mind. She brought the guitar. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Never mind. All right. So now there's no way she can fake it. I was gonna say maybe if she brought the violin, then maybe she should try to fake it. But no, she cannot. It's because she has the bass and the guitar. So there's a possibility she'll switch in later on. You know. And yeah, so it's pretty obvious this is how she's going to get to know. Like Alice is going to get to know that her sister plays the guitar, and she'll probably experience her, like playing the song as well. No, not playing the song. Sorry, playing alongside everyone, and yeah. So right, and that's probably how this is going to go. Because in the opening, you can see her sister looks pretty, like as if she's like chasing her around, and I feel like she'll probably get to know about how she is truly, her true self. Because the thing you have to remember is that her sister hates the fact that Lilisa acts like this prim proper lady or whatever, just listening to her mother and not, like trying to like act as someone she is not. So that is the part that she doesn't like, and she feels like, oh, like she's like, oh, they're doing it like they're doing it like this. They must have some ulterior motives, and that's why she is so cautious against Lilisa and her mother, because she thinks they have some kind of plan, and they're like tricking tricking her father. So if she gets to see her true self, what she really wants, maybe she'll change her mind. And I guess that's what's going to happen. Like I said, in the opening, they make it pretty obvious. Um, okay. Right now, another thing. There's a few things that happened today's episode. First and foremost, obviously, Alice came and almost found out that her sister is playing the guitar, but that at the very last moment, you could see Otoha's like that person, that girl. She informed her, and they quickly changed the instruments, like switched the guitar for a violin and switched the piano for the drums. Obviously, they cannot put away the drums in that small amount of time, but they brought the piano as well, and they switched to the piano. Yeah, but like even after all of that, Alice is like, yeah, something is wrong, and she's going to figure it out probably in the next episode, because they don't have any choice. Like really, like what can they do? They're going to be performing in front of so many people. Even if Lilisa sees her sister over there before they start the, you know, before they start the thing, what can she do? She will have to play. Like there's no way out of here. So yeah, let's wait and see. Anyways, a few things to talk about in today's episode. First and foremost, Alice is someone who, from the looks of it, dislikes the fact or doesn't like the fact that her sister is acting as someone she's not. Like she's like, oh, this is like the fact that you act like that is so obvious. She literally told her, and she's like, and what do you think about your mother who told you to act like this? Are you okay with that? Don't you, dislike something like that? She kind of told her over there. But you know, like this kind of shows that, yeah, she just is cautious about the fact that these two stranger, obviously to her they're strangers, these two strangers suddenly came to their house, got married. Her mother got married to her father, and like Lilisa's mother puts on a fake type of a personality and tells the same to her daughter as well, and her daughter does the same thing as well, like acting this like this prim proper lady, like telling lies to everyone that, oh, I went there, I won't, I was like I learned stuff abroad and this and that, like I stayed abroad, I came back here after studying this and that, all these things. Not only that, the fact that she's trying to, like, act like someone she's not, these things probably makes her suspicious about them, like that she's like, oh, they must have some kind of ulterior motives. Now, I think obviously that is not the case. You know, it's just that her mother doesn't want, like, I don't know, and it seems like her mother doesn't want any type of problems here. Like, she knows the divide between her her daughter and this family, the what do you call it, the divide of, like, like them being obviously very rich, affluent, very like well known, while they're just commoners. So she just doesn't want to, like, stand out in any way or form and make people point finger at her or her daughter. And that's why she's like, oh, give up everything, like, don't play the guitar, don't do anything, this and that, and just, like, act like speak like this, act like this. And yeah, but here's the thing, we still don't know what exactly happened with Lilisa's father. Now I'm just assuming that her father died, but there is a possibility maybe that her father didn't die and maybe her father left them. I don't know. So unless and until we get to know what exactly happened to Lilisa's father, I cannot really say much about her mother, because her mother, it's possible that maybe, like, if her father didn't die and if her father left them, then maybe she acts like this because she absolutely doesn't want to remember anything about her father. Because, if like, just think about it, if Lilisa's father left them, then obviously her mother would probably not want to remember anything, any type of memories or anything about her dad, right? So when she sees her daughter play the guitar, she probably gets reminded of that, and that's why she's like, don't play the guitar. So that is a possibility. That's why I said we need to know whether, did they mention it, or did I have I forgotten, or did I not pay attention? I don't think they mentioned it, right? What happened to their father? Did he die, or did she leave them? Like, because it'll be very different. Two things. If he died, then she's probably acting like this because she wants to make a place for her in this place, in this house, and that's why she's like telling her to give up the guitar. But if it's something else, like their father left them or something, then there's a big possibility that she doesn't want her playing the guitar because she doesn't want her, like, any type of memories of her father or anything that her father did, like, for her to do as well. So like, the reasoning will differ. So after we get to know what happened to her father, whether she is like, whether he has passed away, or whether he left them. Anyways, for now, like, it is pretty obvious her mother is acting like that because of that. Whatever the reason, she just doesn't want to stand out. So she's like, oh, we have to act like this, we have to act like high society, guitar and everything, we cannot do any of that, you cannot do any of that. And that's why she, like, she's like this obsessive type of, you saw literally what happened in that scene. So that is the reason, I think. So you can say that Alice is probably misunderstanding. Like, I think Alice thinks that they're trying to trick her, their father, and, like, take away everything from them or something like that. So yeah, that's why she is so cautious and she doesn't like it. But at the same time, I feel like she also doesn't like the fact that these two, like, are acting this, like acting like someone that they are not. So, when someone acts like someone they are not, obviously you cannot be truthful to them, right? You cannot open their heart to them. Like, just imagine, like, like, you're Like it can be anyone. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be your stepmother or something like that. It can be literally anyone. Like your, let's talk, like maybe your friend or some of your, maybe one of your acquaintance. If you realize that, oh, this person is always, putting on a fake persona. It's always acting like this person is actually, like always has this happy smile in his face, even though that's probably not what that person is feeling. So if you realize that, obviously you cannot open your heart to them as well, right? So it's the same thing here, basically. And like more so the fact that like this person literally got married to her father, so it makes her even more paranoid. She's like, oh no, like what the hell. So yeah, I cannot really, you cannot really blame Alice here, because she's just a kid, and seeing these two new stranger person just come in and act like they are not, she cannot be like, she cannot really lower her guard in front of them, because they're not acting their true self. It's pretty obvious. They're playing someone's role. They're not being true. They're putting on a mask. So you cannot show your true feelings and be honest with someone when they're literally putting on a mask in front of you. So she's paranoid. She's afraid. She's a kid. She has no one else except her father to confide in here. Like who else is there in this family? No one. It's just the father and like a lot of mates. So this type of a trouble, problem, she cannot confide in anyone. She had her mother previously, but now her mother has passed away. So the only person that probably she went to ask, ask for advice and stuff, that person is gone. So she's like alone, all alone. She just doesn't know what to do. So yeah, it's normal behavior, obviously. Anyone would have done this. Yeah. But the thing that surprised me in today's episode is the mother. Like I said, up until now I just thought the mother was like, just some chill person, right? I just thought that. And I genuinely thought that Lilisa was actually acting like this, like trying to give away guitar and everything, because she herself has deemed it necessary to do it. Like I genuinely didn't think her mother was also acting like this. Like, like I thought that I thought that her mother was like very okay. But I do remember there was a section in one of the previous episodes where they kind of showed a flashback where they showed her mother like crying, I think, in a room in front of her dad's picture or something like that. And she was like standing in the corridor looking at her, and that is where she kind of said that on that day I decided to give up everything or something like that, she said. So I guess, yeah, like it was kind of hinted. But I honestly thought that like it was just Lilisa's own decision, that she decided that, oh yeah, okay, I'm not going to play guitar, I need to be the noble maiden and make, yeah, like, yeah, definitely, partially I'm sure that is also her own decision. But there's a big part that was because her mother said that, oh, give up the guitar, you have to act like, like you belong here. You cannot act like some random commoner playing the guitar. That won't do. You have to be classy, you have to be like these people. So yeah, that's why no more guitar. So yeah, partially it was her mother as well, for her taking the decision. Like I thought it was 100% her decision. Turns out it wasn't. It was 50-50. Her mother told her that, oh, give up guitar, and she herself decided that, yeah, I have to give up guitar. It wasn't her own decision. Yeah. Anyways, like, yeah, that part surprised me when her mother's eyes suddenly went gray, and I'm like, oh boy, this is not okay. Her mother was suddenly like, you like playing the violin, right? And she's like, yeah, I love playing the violin. And her mother is suddenly like, more than the guitar, right? Huh? You have to love it more than the guitar. That's the way. And I'm like, bro, what just happened? The sudden shift. Good God. Where's that part? That part was crazy. The way she was like, you like it more than the guitar, right? I'm like, bro, chill. Oh my God. This part, yes, I enjoy it a lot. She's like, I'm glad. And she's suddenly like, even more than the guitar. Yeah, this is the phase when when Yandere characters bring out a knife. This is the phase that they bring up. Like, they suddenly the eyes become gray and they pull out a knife. Instead of a knife, here she's like, you like it more than the guitar, right? Oh my god. You gave up everything from the past, didn't you, sweetie? Yeah. And she's like, yeah, definitely. And she's like, okay, like that's good. Keep trying to play the violin. And then she leaves, and I'm like, all right. Yeah, her mother has her own troubles, so there you go. Okay, right, and yeah, that part was kind of surprising. Now, then obviously we get to the whole Alice trying to figure out what her sister is doing, trying to find out a like some kind of an evidence to, like present in front of her dad, I'm guessing. And she was like, "Oh, they're doing something else here. If I can catch whatever instrument she's playing, maybe I can pull this mask off of her and show their true faces to everyone." But thanks to Otoha, she didn't figure out anything. She has a suspicion, and now it's just a matter of time. Like I said, now she is currently in this festival where these two will be playing, so I think it's just a matter of time. She'll figure out. Yeah, but like I said, it's pretty obvious from the opening that I'm assuming she'll probably like her true self, like Lisa's true self, compared to her fake persona, and she'll probably appreciate that more, and something like that, we'll see. But yeah, that was today's episode. Good episode. Yeah, let's see how the whole thing goes, and like exactly how she comes to a realization that, oh, my sister plays these. Another thing, so it turns out Alice has no clue what a guitar or a drum is. She said when she looked at the drum, she said something like there was some other instrument. Like, so, like, who says something like that unless until you don't know what a drum is? So it wouldn't surprise me. These guys, like these girls, they're all Ojo-samas. They are all sheltered, and sheltered to such a degree that they probably don't have any clue as to what these things are. Like, genuinely, like, they probably don't know what it feels like to walk on the streets, probably, because every single time they get a car and they get like a driver, they just get into the car, go back to their home, and yeah, no no connection to the outside world, like literally sheltered in a cage, basically. And yeah, so she has no idea what a guitar is or what a drum is. Yeah, she knows what a violin is because she has to play the violin center. She knows what a piano is because that's all classy and everything. But no, nothing, no idea about what a guitar is or a drum. So this should be interesting. um, like when she'll get exposed to rock music, I do wonder how she's probably going to like it, because obviously that's what it seems like was going to happen. But yeah, when she's going to get exposed to rock music, and when she'll see her sister and also her cussing each other out in the middle of the performance, oh my god, that'll be something, I get. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if that happens, that'll be something. Oh boy. Okay. And yeah, there you go. That was today's episode. Let's see how this proceeds. And right, that was episode number 4, right? Yeah. Now, let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the beginning, we have Alice playing the violin, Lilisa trying to play the violin, while the teacher is like, amazing, Alice, beautiful. And for Lilisa cannot play. She tried, it started well in the previous episode as well. We saw she starts pretty well, and then she just goes off the rails. So they're like, no, this is not okay. You have to practice again. And Lisa's like, okay, I'll practice. Yeah, and Alice is obviously not happy with her fake way of talking, the way that she's trying to play the violin and all of that. She just doesn't like it, and she's like, what a bad sound, what an unpleasant sound, you know. And you can also say that the reason why she said what an unpleasant sound is because that it is pretty obvious Lilisa doesn't like playing the violin, right? So maybe because of that, the sound that is coming out from it is not, because she's not playing it because she wants to. She's like being forced to play it. So maybe that's why, like an instrument kind of is a reflection of what is in your heart. If you love and like to play an instrument, you'll be able to get that, because music is basically that. Music is emotions. Emotions fine tuned into like music. Whatever you'll feel, it kind of comes out in your music, whatever music you do, whatever instrument you play. So when you're being forced into doing something like that, it's not going to work out. But like obviously that doesn't mean that like the violin is at, like the violin is not at fault here. It's the person who's playing it. If you don't like playing the violin, you won't be able to play it properly. If you give Lisa the guitar, she'd probably like make such a good like tune that everyone would love it. So that's why. Yeah, so I guess that's also the reason why for her probably, because she's quite good at playing the violin, in her ear she probably was like, that was an unpleasant sound, it doesn't seem like it's coming from the bottom of the heart, because she's trying to fake it. Right, either way, that's how the episode started. Later on, when Alice was like talking to Lilisa again tried to talk to her very in a classy manner, but she just scowled at her and just left. And then she saw someone putting the lily, and she's like, oh, just take that away. I don't like lilies, because everyone calls her the lily. Right, and then we get to see her mother, Lilisa's mother come in, and we have that whole like yandere-esque type scene where she's suddenly like, oh, you like playing the violin, right? More than the guitar, right? Yeah, you have to do it. There's no other choice. Like, and Lisa's like, yes, mother, yes, I love playing the violin. I love it. I'm trying my best. And yeah, there you go. That was that. And yeah, next day we get to see that Lilisa tries to go to the outhouse, obviously the place where the guitar and everything is there. And a few of her friends were like, oh, why are you going in this direction? So she kind of fakes the whole thing, and she's like, oh, I'm just taking the like the scenic route. And she goes to the place, and this is where we get to know that she has already registered in one of the sites to get a bassist and a keyboard player. So Otho is obviously very happy. Otho's like, oh my god, yeah, that's so good. You're like the fact that she's like actually trying to do all of this, genuinely, like actually like like the whole band is actually happening. Like we're not just sitting on our asses, we're actually doing something. So yeah, and she's very excited to meet these new members, whoever they'll be, and she's like, oh, I wonder if I'm going to have as fun as I had playing with you. And like I said, you have to remember this, like there's a lot of the sections whenever she talks about playing with others, you can see the subtitles are a bit weird. The wording, that's not an inaccurate translation. That is literally how she speaks. Whenever she speaks about playing a session with another person, she says in such an explicit way that it seems like she's talking about something else. Like if someone else overhears her speaking, she'd think she was saying something else. So the translation, the subtitles are actually correct. She's literally saying all of that stuff. Like like she's like, oh, like I want to like connect with the other person, and not connect, but in a more vulgar way she's saying. I always find it funny when she speaks like that. I'm like, bro, if there's some third person listening to this conversation and they have no idea that they're playing the guitar and they're like musicians, they think something else. But yeah, anyways, so she's pretty excited, And we have, this is also where Lilisa was like, but I have a lot of questions. Like the site that she put it on, a lot of people are just trolls over there, or they just do some random nonsense. As you can see, apparently someone tried to harass someone here, like in the forums. Here we go. Extorted a meal out of me, introduced me to a shady job. Crappy Rocket just wanted sex and I had to run before I got assaulted. Yeah, so it's not a legitimate place. Like it is a legitimate place. You do. I'm sure you will get proper people from here as well. A lot of people just are kind of unhinged. So yeah, she made sure later on that she wrote that, oh, females only. Like I don't want any nonsense from here. So right now, while all of this is going on, we have Alice walking back from school, and this is where she comes across a cat, and she loves cat. She's just like, oh my god, so cute. She has her cat treats ready, and she gives the cat those treats, and she's just talking to the cats and telling the cats her troubles, and saying that, oh, you know what, these two witches came to our house to destroy our house. What should I do? And lo and behold, as if the cat literally heard what she was saying, the cat decided to lead her to Lilisa, to that place, where they're practicing. So I genuinely thought this is where she's going to see her practicing guitar and she's going to like it or something. But turns out it didn't really happen like that, but it is going to happen. That is going to happen probably in the next episode. But today's episode, like they were able to cover it up. So she comes here and she sees oh no, before that, we get to know that Lisa says that someone has posted an advertisement about wanting a bassist and a drummer. So now this is where I thought that Otoha is going to go there to participate, and there will be another bassist from some other person will come, and this bassist will be the person that we'll probably recruit in our group. The girl, the white-haired girl, right? In the opening we see, I thought that girl is going to come there and this is how we're going to meet. But turns out no, that's not going to happen. But I guess it makes sense because all these girls will probably be from our own school. Yeah. Anyways, because all of them should be Ojo-samas. Yeah, that makes sense. We won't, they won't really be from some other school or anything. They'll probably be from our school. Either way, turns out that's not what's going to happen. Lilisa also can play the bass because she learned the bass to learn to play the guitar. Obviously because both are kind of the same. So yeah, that's why she learned the bass. So she can play the bass as well. So that's why she's like, I'm going to play with you. So let's practice. Okay, and while all of this was going on, Alice comes in and sees her sister. And she realizes that she has an instrument that she couldn't recognize. So she's like, let me go and see. She comes and opens the door. And lo and behold, in front of her, none of that is happening. Her sister is with the violin and Otoha is with the piano. And she's like, that's weird. I'm sure I saw correct. So she was trying to investigate here and she kind of saw the drums. But before anything, Otoha comes in and tries to distract her. And she's like, oh, hello. You're Lisa's sister, right? I'm Otoha. And she says like, oh, your sister has helped me out a lot. And Lisa's like, yeah, I'm helping her out with the, our teacher told us to do a little song kind of thing. So all that, trying to pull the wool over her eyes. Anyways, Alice gets a little bit startled because Otoha is here. Otoha is very famous, as we all know, and her family is like very influential and everything. So she gets a little bit startled, but then she's like, okay. And then she tries to leave, but before leaving, she says a few things to her sister. I'm going to read this part. Okay. It is truly pathetic. Don't you agree, beloved stepsister? Oh no, wait a minute. Just a minute. I missed something. Okay, yeah, this part. I'll be going now. Yeah, when she says, I'll see you at home, Lisa says that. Ali says, what do you think of her? I'm talking about your mother. She's always desperately putting on the fancy act, trying to appease my father and make sure he doesn't kick her out. It is truly pathetic. Don't you agree, beloved stepsister? And you can see Lisa's a little bit, but she still acts the same. She's like, no, not at all. Yeah, and then she's like, well, of course not. After all, you just do everything your pathetic mother asks you to do, right? Um, as if you're her puppet. Yeah, Lisa's still cool. Lisa's like, Miss Alice, yeah, please have a little compassion. We will be family for many years to come. Yeah, okay. Anyways, they had a little bit of a heated conversation here, but Lilisa still didn't break. And in the end, right, Otha says something here. Otha's like, oh, first we get to know how she got to know. So she has her person outside, literally keeping an eye out for any type of danger. That girl with the glasses. And you can see Otha says it's nice having family, right? One glance at her big sister, and she claimed flying right in. I feel like she has her own troubles with her family, which she doesn't show. I'll talk about Otoha. Because, the fact that she said that, in any case, family sure is nice to have. Because, she probably has like the same trouble a lot of other, like older summer families have, like literally all alone in the house with no one. Father out on business trips, mother probably out somewhere, like attending tea parties or doing something else, and maybe working. Maybe her mother is working as well, while she's there all alone. All like all she has are the maids and the butlers, and that's it. You know, something like that. Probably, I'm guessing she has a lonely life. Otherwise, she wouldn't have said this. In any case, family sure is nice to have. One glance at her big sister and she comes flying right in. And Lisa's like, oh, what the hell are you saying? She saw her, right? She's super hostile to me. I thought we might get on speaking terms for a second, unless she bit me off. Okay. And Otoha's like smiling. And she's like, what? It's nothing. Right. Like Otoha realizes it's because she puts on that act. That's why her sister is uncomfortable with her. Because like I said, I literally said this a few moments ago. Like, if you put on her shoes and see it through her eyes, she's just a kid who suddenly got a stepmother and stepsister who are acting like this all fancy, and she realizes they're not even like that. They're putting on an act. So she's freaked out. She's like, what are these two people as strangers trying to do to me and my father? Like, like she's thinking they're trying to trick us. And yeah. And like, you cannot be true to someone who literally has a mask on, and obviously you cannot blame Lisa or her mother as well, because they are trying their best to fit in. That's why they're putting on the mask. So nobody's really at fault here, but it's just an, I guess, unfortunate situation. Okay. All right, anyways, all that aside, and from the symphonic band we got a message. So basically they have called us to participate. So we're all ready, and this is where we get to see Alice meet this girl, Mejima or something. I think that was her name. And she's like, "Oh, can you help me out with something?" And like immediately I realized that they're probably going to go to that symphonic band performance, and this is where she's going to meet her sister in her true form. Anyway, the Midori festival. Next, we see Lilisa and Otoha are there. Lilisa has also brought her guitar with her. We meet the symphonic band. They're all good people. They're like, oh, let's do this. And one of them is like, oh, we're not going to go easy on you. And I'm like, oh, you'll probably be surprised. Yeah, but anyways, that was that. And then after that, we get to see in the after credit scene that her sister Alice and that girl, they're here to see the performance. And there you go. That's where it ended. So let's see what happens and how this proceeds in the next episode. So that is it. That was my reaction to episode number 4 of Rock is a Lady's Modesty. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that's it. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of the show. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.